Welcome back to the Miami Zoo. We're here to finish our trip from a couple months ago. We're gonna go to the last point that we went to last time, and around the Oasis Grove where we had food. I'll show that in the video this time. We really didn't show it that much in the last video, but we're gonna start there, and we're gonna go to the African section of the park instead of the Asia section of the park. So let's go check out to see what animals are out here today. The weather is better than it was last time, and it is much more crowded than it was last time. It's also still winter break, so there's a lot of kids out. But still, it's a very cool day. It's not that hot. Last time it rained early in the morning really bad, and then it got hot and mucky as the day went on. But the animals were it was a pretty good day overall, and today is a little cooler, so we're gonna rent a bike today too. So I'll show you that as well, and let's see what we can find.
And just for reference, it's the day after Christmas. So right now today it's Wednesday, December 26th.
Yeah.
So when you get a look around at the crowd, you get an idea of if you'd like to come down to Florida during Christmas break, this is what you're gonna see here. It's by no means Magic Kingdom day after Christmas crowds, but it is a lot more crowded than the last time we were here.
All right, let's go find out how the prices are. So we have successfully rented a bike. You could also take the tram ride, which will take you across the zoo. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to drive the bike and talk at the same time. Trying to pay attention.
You want me to?
There are two steering wheels.
But this one doesn't move.
Oh,
this one doesn't steer.
That one doesn't steer.
No,
oh.
Good to know.
So I thought that there was two drivers.
This one doesn't do anything.
But that one doesn't do anything. So that's something good to know. So when you rent the bike, it's $26 for the small one, which is what we got. And let me get it in focus. And it's good for 2 hours. And they also round up the price. We got it roughly around $11.45, and they're giving us until 2 o'clock before that 2 hours is over with. So it was generous of them to do that, to give us extra 15 minutes. They will also give you a little demonstration how the bike works and how to secure the key and everything like that when you go somewhere and you have to park and leave it. You also have to sign a waiver, and they keep your license as well. So keep in mind that if you are going to rent a bike, you will give them the license until you're done with the park. But they'll give it back to you. We have to watch out for warthogs. A couple of Pumbas. Now that's a Pumbaa. That is a big warthog. Now I can see why it can cause so much damage in the wild. Imagine one of those charging you. And the tusks. Oh yeah.
So we're by the warthogs, coming up on the Amazon section. So if we want to go in there, we have to leave the bikes outside and go by foot.
And that's fine. If you guys are curious about the bike, when we leave it behind, they gave us a chain, so we got to find a spot to chain up the bike. So this one in particular is like a red-headed warthog called the Red River Hog. And about, oh, I'm looking at the map, I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing, but it looks like Central Africa to Southern Africa. There he is. There's another one right over here.
So it looks like over here is where you can rent the swan and yellow duck boats. So the pontoon's $25 and the swan and duck boat are $25 each. So it's all the same price.
So we are towards the back of the park right now. We are going to go into the Amazon and Beyond section of the park. Basically it's going to have all the animals like the leopards and stuff that you would find in the Amazon. They have a little water section here, a little thing that the kids can play in. They don't really have it going off too much right now because of the weather, but during the summertime it does go off pretty good. It's a little fountain area, and we did park our little bike down there and chained it up. We were not allowed to bring it in this section of the park. Right before you enter the Amazon, they do have a little treat stand with Dippin' Dots and ices, fountain drinks, that kind of a thing. They're also going to sell beer here, but it's really just a beverage and snack area, not really an eatery or anything like that. So we're going to go see jaguars and vipers, howler monkeys, crocodiles. They have a lot of crocodiles. As you saw in the first video, we did see a lot of them early on in the front of the park, but they have even more even back here. And the howler monkeys are sleeping. They are not as active as they are. Oh, look at this little guy.
Like, take my picture. Take my picture, I'm ready.
And there's another little one in between the two larger howler monkeys. They're all sleeping right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's getting pushed.
Where are you going?
He's gonna push the little one out. The little one is waking up the bigger ones. Mommy and Daddy are not very happy with the little one. Just like Ben wakes up Daddy.
Hang upside down for you.
Oh. Look at him down here.
You see it? Oh, you see it.
Ben just saw the monkey.
Look at the monkey. Oh. You see it?
The two larger ones are still not moving too much. However, they are waking up. So we came inside the bird cage, but they're not really moving around that much. I think it's due to the weather. But I did find them in the tree. There's another one over here. We are in the reptile house now. Eyelash. The eyelash viper. Where is he? He's probably up in the tree. There he is. Oh, there's a couple of them. There's a green one right here. And Erica pointed out this yellow one. Oh, he's right out in front. It's like another snake. This one's a larger snake than the other one. a tropical rattlesnake. Now if I had to guess, I would think it just ate because, as you can see, it's very smooth throughout. However, when you get down to the tail, it looks like it just ate something.
It does. It looks thick.
Because the skin is thicker and then it goes really thin by the tail. So I think it just got done eating. Got really busy in here really fast. Think that might be dangerous in there? I'm not sure. Wow. So when we got into the reptile room, it was really quiet. I was filming the different exhibits. But then out of nowhere, all the kids came in. It got really loud and really busy really fast. So we're gonna move on because there's a lot more to see. I have known bamboo to be very strong and it's used a lot, but I think this is all hurricane damage. You can see some of the bamboo uprooted in here, but it kind of makes a nice little shaded spot the way it fell over. So the jaguar's up here and he's trying to go into that tunnel.
No, there's another one over there.
See, he's right there between the bamboo. You can see him. The other jaguar is right back there. So that's also the other side. You can see the gate right here. They're trying to get to each other.
It's walking around.
We just got done with the cloud forest, the islands in the sky. They had the reptile room and the leopards and everything. It was pretty neat to see the bridge. I was kind of hoping to see the jaguar go through, but they had the gates shut down. So now we're going to come over here and go through the Amazon land of the giants. So let's see what they've got in here. There's a crowd of kids right behind us and we're trying to stay ahead of the pack so it doesn't get too loud, but a little too crowded also. When the kids start, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the kids, of course it's a zoo, but when it gets too crowded it's hard to see anything. The crowd caught up with us. A whole mess load of people. So this is kind of fun. This is a hologram mural.
Look at the wall. All the animals move on the wall.
So the sign did say Land of the Giants, but we haven't really seen anything that big, except for there was an anaconda cage, but you couldn't see anything in there. So we came into this room, which seems to have a large aquarium in it, and there are some large fish in there, that's for sure.
Who has the map?
Oh, it's coming again.
Who has the map? We have to find the map.
Wow.
See how close that got? Whoa. He got a little experience with a ray.
Alright, so now we're at the far side of the lake. Right over there is where we saw the ducks and swan boats earlier.
We stumbled across the spider monkeys. I saw them swinging on the ropes as we were turning that corner. You can see everybody walking on the backside. I pulled over to see if we can see them playing on the ropes, but looks like they're done. He's just lounging there, scratching his knee. How many times did I tell you, Erica, this is the wrong way, and you were telling me it's the right way the whole time?
Shame on me, right? Life is always right.
No, I said this was the wrong way.
Right.
The whole time I said this was the wrong way.
Right.
If you can't tell, I'm being sarcastic. I was wrong. But just seems like they have warthogs and warthogs and warthogs in this whole section of the park. These guys have highlights in their hair.
I feel like it's more of a salt and pepper vibe.
So you're calling them old, I'm calling them hip and young.
Sure.
Gotcha. He's so amazed.
Wow, baby. Those elephants?
Experience. We got to feed the giraffes. It only cost us about $12 for the basket of food. It's a bunch of kale. If you only want a little bit of kale, it does cost only $5. But it's towards the back of Africa, and it is quite a bit of a line, but it really didn't take that long. It only took maybe about 5 minutes to go through the line. So, and as you can tell, there's a lot of people here. Couple of giraffes and the zebra, and then there's a baby giraffe coming up. But I want to show you, that's the feeding station for the giraffes. And as you can see, it's crowded with people. Obviously, it's the favorite thing to do in the park. So the zookeeper is walking around right there, and she's gonna throw that bag. She's gonna throw the bag.
What are they eating?
She's wrapping the bag up and throws the whole bag in there. So now he's gonna take out whatever is in there and munch on it. It must be some good stuff. This guy over here has already gone to town on it. So that's where we went to drop off the cart. And as you can see, there are no more carts. There's only a few left. Maybe, I want to say 9 if I'm guessing. So all of them were rented today. So we're pretty much at the end of our day trip here at the zoo. Ben's getting a little fussy. It's time for his nap. So we're trying to put him down. And we did everything that we set out to do with the African side, as our first video had the Asian side, and we did all the walking in the first video. This time with the bike, we wanted to try the bike for the video, but we also wanted to try it for ourselves as well, because we've never done it before. And even though it did cost us about $27 after tax, and what I noticed is that it's easier on the feet. It's not so much walking. It is nicer than just walking. Because there are hills, so there are times where you do have to pedal a little harder than usual, but then you can coast, and that makes it a nice little breeze, and you just take a ride, and it covers more ground faster. And this place is quite large just to walk. So if you're willing to spend the $30 extra, for the small one, it is definitely worth it if you want to save your feet. If you don't mind the walking, then I would recommend just not doing the car. It is a lot of extra, responsibility that you're taking on. You do have to sign a waiver for it. You have to turn in your driver's license, and they keep it during the duration of the time that you have the bike. But for our little getaway today, it was worth the $30 in my opinion. Would I do it again? I would, but not for the African side, because in my opinion, the African side is a shorter walk than the Asian side. The Asia side was much more of a long trek, and it was a lot of zigzagging. And that first video, as you can see, I'm talking more in the video. These last couple videos that I've done, I'm talking more to the camera. And as we go along, I'll be doing this more and more. That first video is more music than talking. There was a lot of walking, and there wasn't a whole lot to look at in that first video. So that is something to keep in mind. The Asian side would be better for the bike. African side, not so much, especially because the Amazon part, we can't take the car into anyway, so we had to walk that portion anyways. So that is something to keep in mind if you're going to do the African side. And we were here for 2 hours. Asian side, walking alone, we were here for a long time, like 5 hours. No, I was thinking like 4 or 5 hours. It was a lot longer, but we were also walking, and we were dead tired by the time we were all finished and out of here. So that will do it for this video. Please comment down below, like this video if you like us. Subscribe, it always does help. It gives us more confidence in what we're doing, and we do love doing these videos. We are starting out. We do have about 10 videos or so. I think this might be the 11th one. Like I said, subscribe if you like us. Like, comment below. We're gonna try and go around much more Florida, do more things other than just Disney, although we do love doing Disney. Let us know what you'd like to see, if there's anything in Florida that you'd like to see, and we'll definitely try and go see it and video it and vlog it. Give our best opinion about what you might see in it, and that'll be it. We'll catch you on the next video. Bye.